politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
Well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none ever. We all shall be.
Greetings, we are live, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Live Free or Die. I'm your host, Eli King, and this is Alternative News Media. News that you will not hear on your regularly scheduled programming, such as ABC, NBC, and Fox. You will hear the nothing but the truth and only the truth, so help me God. Alright. Our first story today is Mark of the Beast from Kurt Nemo. FBI wants a tattoo database. In July, Department of Homeland Security has announced it has branched out from fingerprint matching to iris and facial recognition for identity verification. The FBI has also announced it is working to establish tattoo symbols database as a part of an overreaching effort to foster collaboration and to improve information sharing. Tattoos are, of course, a natural addition to this ongoing effort to establish a high-tech mega-Stasi surveillance and control network. The Nazis tattooed Jews for political prisoners for easy identification. In the Roman Empire, soldiers were required by law to have identifying tattoos on their hands in order to make it difficult to remain anonymous if they deserted. Slaves and gladiators were also required to be tattooed. It was a common practice to tattoo tax paid on the forehead of slaves prior to the rule of Emperor Constantine, who banned the practice. Reason why I giggle is because all the fools out there who get all these tattoos, and let's say you got to escape one day, and you're easily identifiable. That's why I don't have not one tattoo. First of all, it's against my religious belief. Second of all, I do not want to be identified very easily by these scumbags when they try to come and get me and my children. I will run, I will fight, I will hide, I will do what I have to do in order to avoid the hands of the New World Order and the Illuminati. Alright, let's go on to our next story now. This story is from Infowars.com, of course, and it says, ATF boss threatens whistleblowers. On July 9th, 2012, ATF Acting Director Todd Jones told potential whistleblowers they will face consequences if they don't respect the chain of command and ask permission to release information damaging to the agency. He says, and I quote, "Choices and consequences mean simply that if you make poor choices, that if you don't abide by the rules, that if you don't respect the chain of command, if you don't find the appropriate way to raise your concerns to your leadership, there will be consequences. Because we cannot tolerate the truth. We cannot tolerate if you go to the news and tell them about Operation Fast and Furious, which basically Obama and Eric Holder, the Attorney General, authorized the ATF to ship guns into Mexico in return for them to ship drugs in. If you don't believe it, look it up. Do your research, people. I beg of you. This country counts on you, the American soul. Oh my God. So yeah, so now you got the ATF boss threatening ATF agents not to whistleblow. But somebody already leaked that video, so obviously it's not going to work, buddy. You cannot stop the truth from coming out, ever. Ever. Alright, let's move on to our next article. Architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth Action Group leaders embark on a cross-country bike ride. Yes, these two women, Renee Patty and Pam Sneezy, have coordinated a bike ride cross-country. And they say it expects to take about 90 days. They're going from, I guess, Arizona to New York. And like I said, it's going to take about 90 days for these women. And the reason why they're doing this is because they want to expose 9/11 truth. And it says here, structural engineers from Architects and Engineers 9/11 Truth requested to see the computer model used by NIST to explain the sudden collapse of World Trade Center 7. NIST refused, saying that to release the computer model would jeopardize public safety. More than 1,700 credentialed architects and engineers have signed the Architects for 9/11 Truth petition, calling for an independent investigation into the destruction of the World Trade Center high-rise on 9/11. If you don't know, of course, the Twin Towers, they collapsed. But what most people don't know is about building number 7 that collapsed in 6.56 seconds, flat in its own footprint, 8 hours after the planes hit. And the plane didn't even hit that building. And it was a block and a half away. And the buildings all between these other buildings were intact. Buildings 4, 5, and 6 did not collapse, though they were heavily damaged. But building number 7, which had small structural fires, collapsed miraculously, even though you can hear the boom if you watch the video, and you can see the cracks go in the middle of the building, just like a classic demolition. Okay, and the reason why NIST says that this is dangerous for this video to be released, and they refuse, is because if the people find out the truth, there will be outrage. I know I'm outraged. And I'm especially outraged about being a New Yorker today. I'm sorry to say. I'm very ashamed to be a New Yorker. Yes. You know why? Because it seems us New Yorkers have allowed Mayor Bloomberg to just simply take away our rights day by day. And now he's calling for all police nationwide to strike. Oh, yes. Police should strike so that we can solve this gun problem. Oh. First of all, Mayor Bloomberg, you scumbag. You piece of crap. It is illegal for the police department to strike. What about when the bus drivers and the train drivers were going to strike a couple of years ago? You went and said it is illegal and you cannot do that and you will be punished. So now you're advocating basically police nationwide to strike so we can have anarchy? If there's no police out there, don't you think I'm going to want to get a gun even more? You moron? Bloomberg, you must have a brain the size of a peanut. I just want to pop you upside the head. If I see him, I'm gonna pour a bucket of soda on him. I swear to God, a big bucket. Joking, of course. All right, let's go on to this next article. Ice-T defends gun rights. Actually, I have a clip of Ice-T talking about this whole gun rights issue thing, and let's go to it. Hopefully. Yes, basically he's explaining to some host in England or something how, excuse me, where our Second Amendment comes from, the history of our country and such. And this just goes to show you how the spirit of 1776 will live forever. All right, let's go to the damn clip. Oh no, the Olympics. No, we don't want to watch that. Maybe we will. All right, here we go.
Iconic American
Sorry for the
hip-hop
commercial.
artist Ice-T was here in the studio. The self-styled godfather of gangster rap had come to talk about a new documentary he's made about the art of rapping, which will be running on tomorrow night's programme. But while he was here and news about the Denver shooting was coming in, I briefly took the opportunity to ask him about his own attitude towards guns. And I asked him why he's such a defender of the right to bear arms.
Well, I'd give up my gun when everybody else does.
And is that
Doesn't that make sense?
Well,
doesn't that make sense? I mean, if you were to, if there were guns here, would you want to be the only person without one?
So do you carry guns
Not
routinely at home? I mean, you have a gun at home?
Yeah, it's legal in the United States. It's part of our Constitution. You know, the right to bear arms is because that's the last form of defense against tyranny. Not to hunt. It's to protect yourself from the police.
And do you see any link between that and these sorts of incidents?
No. Nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to kill people, you know, they don't need a gun to do it.
Makes it easier, though, doesn't it?
Not really. You can use, you can strap explosives on your body. They do that all the time.
So when there's the inevitable backlash of the anti-gun lobby as a result of this incident, as there always is.
Well, that's not going to change anything in
It's
the
not gonna
United
change
States.
anything.
Nah. The United States is based on guns, you know. Like KRS says, you'll never have justice on stolen land. So it's not going to change.
Actually, I want to go to this next clip. It's called How to Stop a Massacre. And it's a very good clip about armed citizens. If us citizens are able to arm themselves and protect ourselves from creeps and MK Ultra mind freaks, then this massacre, this type of massacre would not happen. Let's go to the clip. Bam! Well, there you have it. Grandpa took the thugs down who came in there to rob everyone and possibly, you know, harm somebody. So it goes to show you, like I said before, John Lott wrote a book. It is statistically proven in academic journals that more guns equal less crime. The more law-abiding citizens that you have carrying legally owned firearms, the safer the place or where you're at, your state, your dwelling, you will be. So I'm all in support for basically lifting the ban on our Second Amendment that's going on here in New York City. Especially Mayor Bloomberg seems to like to ban everything. Salt, soda. The guy's a tyrannical dictator scumbag, okay? And I'm ashamed because you people actually voted. Whoever voted for him for the third term, I'm sorry, but you guys are morons. I don't want to lose any fans here, but you know what? You guys are morons. If you voted for Bloomberg on that third term, which was illegal, you're a moron. You are stupid. Excuse me, I don't like to call people stupid, but that is the plain, simple truth. The guy's a dictator scumbag. First comes the smoking. No smoking in the bars and restaurants, no smoking in the parks and beaches, no salt, no soda. Now he wants to restrict guns even more. Worldwide, it seems. All right, let's move on to our next story. Second Amendment is not about hunting, it's about tyranny. Okay, now that Obama has tested the water on government gun control with a speech delivered before the National Urban League, we can expect the device issue to play a role in his re-election campaign. Obama and his globalist handlers, who ultimately won every gun confiscated, understand that the American people, by and large, support the Second Amendment. This is why the president patronized hunters and shooters with an oily sleight of hand. Obama said, and I quote, "I believe that a lot of gun owners would agree that AK-47s belong in the hands of soldiers and not in the hands of criminals," Obama said, "and that they belong on the battlefield of war and not on the streets of our cities." Well, like my man Ice-T said, when the soldiers and everybody else give up their guns, then I'll give up my guns, okay? Until then, we will honor and obey our Constitution and love our Second Amendment. It also says here, the Second Amendment was to protect the ability of the people to violently overthrow the government, writes Richard Schrade, an attorney from Georgia and member of the Libertarian National Committee. Let's remember that this country was formed in a violent revolution. Let's remember that at Lexington and Concord, citizens fired on and killed government soldiers sent by the central government to confiscate their weapons and arms. When viewed in this light, it is apparent that a limitation on automatic weapons would be an infringement on the purposes of the Second Amendment. Yes. So what constitutional scholar would be ignorant of Jefferson's famous assertion, made in a letter to William Smith in 1787. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Let me read that again. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. That's how we stay free. Okay? Obama is not a constitutional scholar. It is like a phony title, just like about everything else about the man. He is a teleprompter reader for a shadow global elite determined to debar access to weapons and take away those already in our possession, not because of maniacs in theaters or classrooms, but in order to render us helpless against the violence of the state. All right, let's move on to our next article. This one is by Mike Adams from naturalnews.com, and he says, "Hey, Mr. Obama, did you know prescription drugs kill 6,200% more Americans than homicidal shootings?" Yes, in the aftermath of the Aurora, Colorado Batman movie theater shooting, President Obama chimed in on the gun control debate yesterday, saying, "Every day, the number of young people we lose to violence is about the same as the number of people we lost in the movie theater. For every Columbine or Virginia Tech, there are dozens gunned down in the streets of Chicago or Atlanta." What Obama didn't say, however, is that every day, 290 people are killed by FDA-approved prescription drugs, and that is the conservative number published by the Journal of American Medical Association. To reach this number from outbreaks of violent shootings, you'd have to see an Aurora, Colorado Batman movie massacre take place every hour of every day, 365 days a year. So yes, prescription drugs kill more people than guns do. So do automobiles. Probably so do bee stings. I think you got more chance of getting struck by lightning than getting shot by a gun. So don't believe the hype. Because let me tell you, people, they're coming for the guns. This is no joke. Oh, look, they blocked me. All right. All right. Let's take some calls. 212-245-7273. We are live. Today is Saturday, July 28th, in the year of our Lord 2012. Give me a call if you have a comment about this Second Amendment. If you're a police officer, give me a call. If you're a military personnel, give me a call. If you support the Second Amendment or if you disagree with our Second Amendment, give me a call. Doesn't matter. Let's hear your opinion. That's what this is about. We, the people, get to speak. So, give me a call. Here we got a call. Caller, you are on the air. State your name and where you're from, please.
How you doing? This is Mikey calling from LEF.
What's going on, Mikey? What's on your mind, brother?
How's it going? I just wanted to say I love your show.
Thank you.
And you're doing great. You're doing great, man. We love you.
What do you think about this Second Amendment, Mikey? Hello? Don't choke up, Mikey. Come on. All right. Mikey just called to say he loved the show. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Whenever you hear somebody hang up, just give me a call, 212-245-7273. Our next article is Foreign Troops to Confiscate American Guns Under UN Treaty. If you didn't know, there's a UN Small Arms Treaty coming about. And today, Americans will be outraged if UN troops entered Los Angeles to restore order. Tomorrow, they will be grateful. Attributed to Henry Kissinger during the 1991 Bilderberg meeting. He is quoted as saying this. And if anybody doesn't know what the UN Arms Treaty is, or Trade Treaty is, it's basically going to abolish our Second Amendment. And in Article 15 of the UN Arms Trade Treaty, if ratified, provides a foreign assistance to implement the treaty and mandates the nations who can provide requested must support do so if requested by member nations. Basically, any state that requests UN troops or foreign troops to come into their state and help take the guns, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have foreign troops come on the soil, our soil, and take our guns. And I'll be damned if I let that happen. All right, we have a caller. Caller, you are on the air. State your name and where you're from.
Jonathan from Manhattan.
What's up, brother? What's on your mind?
No, I'm trying to find out what this dude's thinking about.
Are you aware of our Constitution, sir?
For the most part, yeah. I'm aware of the right to bear arms. And it's something that they're trying to take it away from us.
Turn on your TV. What do you think about our rights to bear arms?
I mean, what I feel is that you can carry a gun wherever the fuck you want, and I don't give a fuck. I walk around with a gun in the middle of the street.
Hold on. Is it illegal gun?
I don't give a fuck.
All right, I hear you, brother. It is actually the gun laws are.
But I don't give a fuck.
That's right. The gun laws are unconstitutional, so I agree with you.
So,
As long as you're using it,
train,
as long as you're using it to protect yourself, I 100% agree with you, and you're not out there committing crime. I'm down with you, brother.
now look, if I'm walking downtown and some faggot looks at me the wrong way and I want to blast his motherfucking ass in the middle of the fucking eye, I have the right to do that.
I appreciate the call, brother. I don't know about if I had to cut him off because this is a family show. The guy made a valid point. I don't know about if somebody looks at you the wrong way. I mean, you gotta let looks go, brother. You know, we are all brothers and sisters, human beings. But if the guy's coming to try to take your life or take your property or harm you, then by all means, protect yourself.
Protect yourself.
Caller, you are on the air. State your name and where you're from.
Chiabe from. My name is Greg.
All right, Greg, turn down your TV and tell me what's on your mind.
Yeah, all right. So, sorry. All right. So, my problem is that guy that just called last is the reason why gun control laws should be put into place.
Okay.
The
Because
reason being is that
one guy's opinion, you want to abolish our Second Amendment? You scumbag! What the hell is wrong with you? You been drinking the Kool-Aid? You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to call my callers scumbags, but because of one guy's opinion, this is what I'm talking about. This is how brainwashed you motherfuckers are. Now I'm losing it in here now. I'm tired of you weak-minded sons of bitches. The information revolution is taking place now. You better pay attention, okay? Because when they come for your guns, next they're coming for your lives. Caller, you are on the air.
Yeah.
What's up? People, when you call me, turn on your TV, listen to your phone. All right, let's move on to our next article. The UN is coming to take the guns. Foreign troops are coming to our land, our precious land, sent by the Queen of England, who are there celebrating their damn Olympics over there, worshiping her, the Queen Jubilee. She's a piece of garbage. She's a maggot, scum, bucket-filled maggot crap. Anyway, I'm trying to hold it together. Now, that other guy pissed me off with his whole one guy's opinion. Now we should take everybody's guns, huh? Well, let's let them go take your guns first and then take you down to the FEMA camp. All right, Colorado massacre linked to historic bank fraud. This guy's father was actually supposed to testify against the Federal Reserve. We're moving on now. Robert Holmes, the Joker shooter. It says, most important to note about James Holmes, however, this report says, is that his father, Robert Holmes, was said to have been scheduled to testify in the next few weeks before a U.S. Senate panel on the largest bank fraud scandal in world history that is currently unfolding and threatens to destabilize and destroy the Western banking system. So this guy was going to expose the Federal Reserve and the fraud that's going on in our banks. And what happens? His son goes and shoots up a whole movie theater. Coincidence or conspiracy? Let's ask this next caller. Caller, you're on the air. Do you think the Batman shooter...
I want to make a statement about the previous guy who called.
All right, talk to me.
Listen, I got a clip with his fucking name on it. That fucking booty...
Come on, brother. You can't curse. Come on. I understand you. I feel you. I agree with you. But, you know, this is a family show, and you got me cursing. I'm not supposed to be cursing. But, you know, we got to get angry. We got to feel the damn emotion. If you don't get angry by them coming to take away our rights, then you're not human. You're not normal. I'm normal. He's normal. That guy who's cursing, he's normal. But, you know, this is a family show, and got children watching. All right, one more caller. Caller, you're on the air.
How's it going? It's Anthony from Long Island.
Talk to me, brother. You got about a minute.
Listen, man, I just wanted to shed some light on the Second Amendment. Reason why that amendment was created is so that we could protect ourselves from one another. And in addition to that, so that we could protect ourselves from our own government and other governments coming into our land and imposing their will on us. Okay, without that amendment, every freedom you have come to know, love, and cherish will be out the window. The government's going to tell you how to do it, when to do it, and where to do it, what to eat, when not to eat. So you need to protect yourself at all times. The second you give up your right as a law-abiding citizen to carry a firearm, that's the second that you live in tyranny. That's the second that you're going to live in pretty much as other people around the world are living that don't have the same rights we have. So we need to stand up for our Second Amendment. One of the most important amendments is that one. The rest of the amendments are also important, but I believe that that one provides us with the freedom that we currently have.
Preach on, brother. Lovely, lovely. I appreciate the call, Anthony, man. Good job. Yeah, this guy definitely knows what the hell he's talking about. I like callers like that who are informed. All right, we'll take one more call. Caller, we're on the air. You got 30 seconds. Talk to me.
Yeah, listen. That guy that just called, I'm gonna blast his fucking ass.
Ah, come on, man. And then, you see, he probably has a pistol permit, and you're going to go around with your illegal gun thinking, he's a weak sucker, and he's going to pull out his legal gun, and he's going to blast you. So you better calm down, homie. Come on, man. We supposed to be fighting the good fight, not going around blasting each other. Anyway, the media is probably going to run all over this, take this out of context, but I do not care. Because this is Live Free or Die. We are alternative news. And if you don't like it, too bad. Change the channel and get the hell out of here. All right. Looks like our time is up. I thank you all for watching. I thank you for listening. And God bless America. God save the Constitution. And if you have received this transmission, then you are the resistance.
Put that to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own.
You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
Well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
Illuminati. You're